minus 2e, then raised to power 2. 5d minus 2e raised to power 2, then minus 9e raised to power 2. So the first step that we are going to take, look for a way to break it down. Look for a way to break each term down. Now, let's look at what we have inside the bracket. Is there anything common to them? No, nothing common to them. Then we cannot take away this 2e from 5d. It is not possible. You cannot take away 2d from 5e. It is not possible. Now, let's see what we have here. Can we simplify what we have here? Yes. We can simplify this 9 to the power of 2. We can simplify 9 to the power of 2. So 9 is the same thing as 3 to the power of 2. 3 raised to power 2. So the two of them will be what? We carry the power of 2. So let's simplify this one. So we can simplify this one further. Now we are going to have 5d minus 2e raised to power 2. Then minus 3 raised to power 2. 9 will change to 3 raised to power 2. Then e raised to power 2. So that is the first step to take. Now you can see that what we have inside the bracket is raised to power 2. Then these two terms are raised to power 2. So we can bring the 2 inside the bracket. Now we are going to have 5d minus 2e raised to power 2 minus this 3 raised to power 2, then e raised to power 2. So we can bring the 2 together. 3e, then everything raised to power what? Everything raised to power 2. So by the time you open the bracket, each term inside the bracket will be raised to power 2. When you open the bracket, it will be 3 raised to power 2, then e raised to power 2. Now, we can see now what we have inside the bracket is raised to power 2. Then what we have inside this bracket is raised to power 2. So we can bring the two what? The two together. We can bring the two brackets together. Now we are going to have 5d minus 2e, then minus 3e. Then everything what? Everything raised to power what? Raised to power 2. Because what we have inside the bracket is raised to power 2. Then this 3e is raised to power 2. So we bring everything together, then raised to power 2. Now, let's proceed. Now, what we have inside the bracket, let's consider it to be a term. What we have inside the bracket, let's consider it to be a term. Then minus this 3e. Let's look at this simple equation. When you see a minus b raised to power 2, a minus b raised to power 2 will give you a minus b in two places. A minus b raised to power 2 will give you a minus 2 in two places. But one will carry negative, then the other bracket will carry positive. So it shows that a minus b raised to power 2 will give us a minus b, then a plus b. When you have what? When you have subtraction in between the two terms, then everything raised to power 2. So it will be a minus b raised to power 2 in two places. But one will carry negative, the other will carry positive. So let's apply this to solve this question further. So let's consider this one to be a term. Then let's consider this one to be a term. So it shows that what we have inside the bracket now will be in two places. It will be in two places. What we have inside the bracket